Welcome to Sports Roundup for this Tuesday night, May 13th, 2014. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here, and here's what's happening in the world of sports. We are going to start it off at Target Field in Minneapolis, where after taking 2 of 3 from the Texas Rangers this weekend, the Boston Red Sox travel up the Mississippi to Target Field in Minneapolis, St. Paul for a date with the Minnesota Twins. And top of the first, David Ortiz leads the Red Sox off on a fly ball to right center field. His 8th homer season. It was 1-0 in favor of the Boston Red Sox. But bottom of the second, Jake Peavy ran into trouble here. Eduardo Nunez homers on a fly ball to left field, and Nunez and Chris Parmelee scores. It was 2-0 in favor of the Minnesota Twins. And then Brian Dozier doubles on a line drive to right fielder Shane Victorino, and Eduardo Escobar scores, and Danny Santana scores 4-1 in favor of Twins. And then Joe Bauer singles on a ground ball to center fielder Jackie Bradley Jr., and Brian Dozier scores 5-1 Minnesota Twins through 2 innings. And then in the top of the fourth, David Ortiz homers on a fly ball to right center field, 9th homer season. And all of a sudden, you got a 5-2 Twins lead through 4. And then in the bottom of the 5th, Kurt Suzuki singles on a line drive to left fielder Grady Sizemore, and Trevor Pulfe scores, and it was 6-2 in favor of the Twins. But then in the top of the 6th, the Red Sox begin on the comeback trail. David Ortiz singles on the line drive to his left fielder Jason Gribel, and Shane Victorino scores, and all of a sudden 6-3 Twins lead the Red Sox by 3. And then in the top of the 7th, Shane Victorino singles on a ground ball to center fielder Danny Santana, and Jackie Bradley Jr. scores, and Dustin Pedroia to second. 6-4 Twins lead the Red Sox. And then David Ortiz singles on a ground ball to center fielder Danny Santana, and Dustin Pedroia scores, and Shane Victorino to third. And all of a sudden, Red Sox trail the Twins 6-5. And then Johnny Gomes walks, and Shane Victorino scores. David Ortiz to third, and Mike Napoli to second, and then the game is tied at 6-6 apiece. And it would stay that way until the bottom of the 9th, when Chris Parmelee homers on a line drive to right field, and Kurt Suzuki, and Parmelee scores as the Red Sox lose a tough way to end the game. Red Sox came so close to completing the comeback. The Twins cut the answer as the Boston Red Sox lose a tough one to the Minnesota Twins, 8-6, as they fall to 19-19 on the season here.
All right, define a black mass offensive. Should people be free to engage in rituals that offend other religions? Tell us what you think. Email us at headquartered Boston at WGBH.org.
And next up, the Red Sox and the Twins will square it off.
You turn on the tap, take a shower, or wash your dishes, you should know it's a vivid example of government's power to take private property in the name of public good.
As please remind me a man for the Red Sox ball. Kevin Correa on the man for the Twins. Okay, let's take a look at other scores around the majors here. In the top of the 9th, inning out in St. Louis. St. Louis Cardinals leading the Chicago Cubs 3-2. That game being played at the top of the 9th. Out in Arizona Diamondbacks leading the Washington Nationals 3-1. That game being played at the top of the 8th. Oakland A's leading the Chicago White Sox 3-0. That game being played at the bottom of the 5th. Out in Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Dodgers and Miami Marlins deadlocked at 0-0 piece in the top of the 6th. In the top of the 6th, Seattle Mariners leading the Tampa Bay Rays 1-0 in that game being played in the top of the 6th. Out in San Francisco, Atlanta Braves leading the San Francisco Giants 2-0 in that game being played in the top of the 6th. Games of the final, Detroit Tigers defeat the Baltimore Orioles 4-1. Los Angeles Angels dip in the Philadelphia Phillies 4-3. New York Mets defeat the New York Yankees in a Subway Series 12-7. Toronto Blue Jays edge out the Cleveland Indians 5-4. San Diego Padres dip the Cincinnati Reds 2-1. Kansas City Royals defeat the Rockies 5-1. Milwaukee Brewers defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-2 in the Lone Star Series. Houston Astros blank the Texas Rangers 8-0. Okay, shifting gears. This is it, my friends. Tomorrow night at the TD Garden, 24 hours from now, We will find out as the Boston Bruins square off against the Montreal Canadiens for an epic Game 7 battle tomorrow night at the TD Garden here as the Boston Bruins are going to be playing their 9th Game 7 under head coach Claude Julien here. As
we didn't know them. Residents were paid compensation for losing their property. But the
drought ends as 2011, the Boston Bruins. Nathan Orr scored in overtime as the Boston Bruins defeat the Montreal Canadiens 4-3, and they went on the way to the Stanley Cup and won it all against the Vancouver Canucks, breaking the Boston Bruins 39 Cup drought of 39 years. And then in 2012, the Boston Bruins came up short on a Joe Ward goal to the Washington Capitals. And then in 2013, 1 year ago today, the comeback. Boston Bruins, season over, down 4-1 with about 10 minutes left. Then the magic began. Nathan Orr made it 4-2, and then 2 minutes remained in regulation. Milan Lucic and Patrice Bergeron beat James Reimer 31 seconds apart to start the game 4-4. And then Bergeron gets a goal, and the Boston Bruins defeat the
visitors from Boston about the origin of their clean water.
Toronto Maple Leafs 5-4 as they went on the way to the Stanley Cup to come up short against the Chicago Blackhawks. And for Julien, Game 7 is never to turn the Bruins tenure, which begins in 2007. He's coached 8 Game 7s combined, 4-4 overall record. As the Bruins gathered at TD Garden Tuesday to prep for Wednesday's Game 7, the only thing they'll have to do is brace the challenge ahead.
I'd say, maybe we started yesterday a while back. So when you actually
and take a look at the preview here.
Any remnants of the cities in
What's interesting is,
big story for the 9th time in their history and the 6th time in the past 9 Stanley Cup playoff series between the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens. The best of 7th has gone to distance. Montreal's won 5 of the prior 8 do-or-die games. The Canadiens pitched the series to the limit by winning 4-0 in Game 6 on Monday. A berth in the Eastern Conference Final goes to the winner. Team score for the Canadiens. To say Montreal relish any chance to go on the road underdogs for Game 7 at TD Garden would be an understatement. The Canadiens are embracing the challenge like it's the best thing ever. It's going to be great. I can't wait for crowd, the noise, energy, and building. I can't wait to take all away of that, PK Subban said. Montreal won Game 1 in Boston. The Canadiens think they have pretty much settled on what works for them, and what doesn't win it comes to taking it down the President's Trophy, winning Bruins. They can't get mixed up in the Battle Brown. You can't beat the Bruins playing like the Bruins. I think they're probably the best at that. We have to be smarter. We have to take punches. We have to take slashes. We have to get hurt times. And that's when we're more successful. When we don't get in a game. Bruins with a chance to eliminate Montreal Game 6. Boston able to match the Canadiens' desperation. Now the Bruins are in a situation where each team is desperate. And flying less of that, the series should tell the Bruins what they need to do. You go back and look at what we doing right and what helped the team to victories, obviously. Defensemen, Trey Christopher, but at the same time, I think it all comes down to preparation. Wednesday and making sure we are ready to go because the 20 minutes, third one is going to be a crucial part of the game, so you're just going to be ready for it. Boston's hallmark in regular season was consistency for 6 games in Montreal. They've been inconsistent. It's hard to get a feel whether the Bruins will play like they didn't win in Game 5 or lost Game 6. Center Greg Cameron faithful to be former. As a team organization, we always held ourselves to a high standard, and there was a lot of pride in the room, win. It's up to us to show what they want to win and that we can win. But the game is play the net. That's why I have to compete, be ready for it. Who's off Canadiens for? Thomas Vanek scored twice in Game 6 has 4 goals in the series. For Max Pacioretty scored his first goal in the series in Game 6 has 3 assists. For the Red Sox leads the Bruins with 3 goals in the series. Center Carl Soderberg and left wing Brian Marchand leads the sprints with 5 each. Injury report: Montreal for Alex Glenchuk lower body remains out of Boston defenseman Dennis Cyber ACL, MCL, and Adam McQuaid ankle, and for Chris Cahill back. Okay, let's take a look at other NHL action here.
Protest and outcry over this? Well, there was concern.
And the winner of the Boston-Montreal series will be waiting in the wings for the Boston-Montreal series will be the New York Rangers here, who
I think, they did what they could.
in Consol Energy Center in Pittsburgh, the New York Rangers defeat the Pittsburgh Penguins 2-1. It's the first period. Rangers got a goal for Brian Bros. Second goal, 1-0 Rangers 2-1. And then Justin Jurkinen gets the goal to tie it up. It was 1-1 apiece. And then Brian Richards gets power play goal as the New York Rangers defeat the Pittsburgh Penguins 2-1 as they are in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they await the winner either the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens. And in the third period here, through 3 periods now, in Minnesota in Game 6 of the Western Conference second round. Chicago Blackhawks and Minnesota Wild tied at 1-1 apiece, and Chicago Blackhawks got a goal from Chris Versteeg and Eric Hall at 4th assist as the Chicago Blackhawks and the Minnesota Wild tied at 1-1 apiece. Okay, let's take a look at NBA action here.
The assessors that were from the valley, and they were doing personalities before principals, so the property values were depressed in the first place because they knew the reservoir was coming. Secondly, is that it was the Depression, and so those that couldn't afford it, couldn't fight, couldn't hire lawyers, if they didn't take what was offered to them, the next
okay, and 2 games, Washington Wizards defeat the Indiana Pacers 102-79 on Western Good Stats, 31 points for the Wizards here, as now the Washington Wizards now have a 3-2 lead in this best of 7 series.
And
LK out in OKC.
the things they talked about, but
Los Angeles Clippers defeat the Oklahoma City. Los Angeles Clippers leading the Oklahoma City Thunder 86-80 through 3 periods out in OKC. Blake Griffin 23 points for the Clippers, while Russell Westbrook 29 points. That's me for the Sports Roundup, and it's Tuesday, May 13th, 2000. People say, good night, and I will see you back tomorrow for the big Bruins Canadiens Game 7 highlights and the Red Sox Twins series. So I'll see you in about 24 hours. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow night. Go Bees and Red Sox!